What we got going here, and let's get this going. Hey, I know it's been a while. That's okay though. Hold on. I mute this guy here. Okay, here we go. All right, so I'm up online because we got to get some things going here. Look here. First of all, mental health. Okay, here in Washington, there is an issue that's going on. Maybe you've heard of it, maybe you have not. But let's get this up here and get you abreast of some of what's going on here. And you're going to get my thoughts on this here. This is pertaining to mental health. This young brother here, he is a honorably discharged Army Ranger. Studied Ranger. Heard it was really good after watching it. But the thing is, with this gentleman here, while they're showing so many pictures of him, is because he's now a wanted man. He is a wanted man for deleting the lives of three beautiful girls. They're his daughters, as a matter of fact. Okay. There are his daughters, and this issue happened to pop up. Now, my question was when I first got a hold of this, is this man a veteran? He's wanted now. He is a veteran. So my thing is, why would he do this to take um, delete the lives of these three beautiful little girls? Um, so I'm thinking, is it mental health? What's going on? Did he try to get it, or um, it was just hard for him to get? That's my question. So now this young man, who is a honorably discharged Army Ranger, has now been on the hunt. They've been hunting for this gentleman for, I think, about 10 days now, in some mountains up towards, I forget, we'll run it down to you here. But so this is my question. So let me run this. I want you guys to check this out. Let me hear what you think, because I'm gonna give you my thoughts after this here. Let me see if I can get this going here, and we'll see. Let me see. Hopefully, we have good volume for this here. Okay, so let me get back over here to this here. So, as you heard, he is an experienced Army Ranger. He knows how to navigate terrain. So now, actually, it's going on 2 weeks now, a week or 10 days now, to find this gentleman here. So the question I was asking before all this got popped off was, is he seeking mental health? Because fortunately, unfortunately, on my channel, and I appreciate and love each and every one of you, is that there are brothers who I've met who refuse to go get treatment, or are having some very severe mental issues where they are not able to get themselves to treatment. So, which is really interesting with that. All right. So, what I was asking was, is this a mental health deal here? So let me show you or listen to what his wife or friend of wife has to say about this. Check it out. Okay, so check it out. This is why I say my question was he getting help mentally from the VA? Was he seeking help mentally from the VA? From what the lady says is that yes, he was attempting to get help and he had to jump through a lot of stuff to get help. Now, I want you to understand this. I'm going to show you another clip. And this clip is actually going to be, I think his wife or our best friend, who's going to tell you what he's been trying to do. And I'm gonna comment on this, and I want it's going to recall action on all of us veterans, even active duty, because you will become a veteran after a while. But check this video out. We want to see what the wife says. Wow. Okay. You couldn't hear the video? Oh, what the heck is going on with that? I so sincerely apologize. Thank you, Brother Mandrell. It's good to see you, sir. Uh, Miss you too, brother. I got to get back in the game here. I've been sleeping on what I need to do here. Yeah, I'm sorry, you guys. Well, at least I'm glad you told me, Mandrell. You couldn't hear the video. Basically, what this she was talking about, and I don't know, I'm gonna fix that problem. I don't know why it's like that. Basically, she was stating that uh, that that the husband was seeking mental health from the VA, and he was not getting the mental health from the VA. Now, dig this. This is what I want you to pay attention to. All right. Um, After watching this video of this gentleman suffering from mental health issues, and we got to get some people up. You know what, man, Joe? It's been so long since I've been doing this stuff here. Uh, I got to see how I'm gonna get you up on the chat. But yeah, let me see here. I could share. Oh, there we go. Here we go. Here we go. Share that, and let's see if that works. And we'll get you up here. It's good to see you, Mandrell. Always my brother. New comments. Okay, cool. Let me see if you come up there. I'll get you up here. Okay, so what we're talking about is she was talking about that her father of the son, the daughter, was seeking help. Now I'm gonna run this across you again for some because I'm this first part is just actually who this gentleman is, and now he's wanted. He's a U.S. Army Ranger, uh, honorably discharged. He's wanted for the deletion of these three beautiful girls here. So that's what's going on with that gentleman here, and he is still. He's been on the run actually for 10 days in these woods up in Washington. So let me see. I probably won't be able to get the sound to come out of here. I don't know why it's not showing the sound. I'm hearing it very well over here, but not through there. Thank you, Andrea, for telling me that, Mandrea. I appreciate this, sir. Okay, so my question is this: with the VA, All right. Uh, Now you cut 80,000 jobs out. My question is, where are those 80,000 jobs going to be cut? Now, here's my speculation and what I think, and you tell me what you feel and what you think on this. I thought I set this up here. Maybe I did not. Okay, I did. All right, cool, cool, cool. Pop up here if you want to. I'll get you up here. So this is the thing: 80,000 jobs. Now, I wish I'd have got the clip from the VA, who's head of the VA right now. This is my thoughts on it. And this is the action I believe we have to take, period. I don't care if you're 10% all the way to 100%. You could be a spouse, have children. This will affect you if we don't understand where these cuts are coming from and what these cuts are about. They are going to do a mandatory, well, 80,000 job cuts. Now, here's my thought. Okay, this is what's up. When Mr. Biden, past President Biden, was in the White House, he opened up and set in law the PACT Act, which I think is fair and it should be addressed and it should be taken care of, all the way from Agent Orange to everything to Camp Lejeune, even overseas. If you served, it has to be addressed. Okay. Now, with that being addressed, that meant that you have to hire more people to process these claims, right? For the PACT Act. Now you got more people processing these claims. But the problem that I see that the current administration has is he could be not liking what Biden did. He could be not liking what Obama did. This is how the current administration plays itself. So now, are we cutting out 80,000 jobs for what? And where are they coming from? Now, I urge you, action wise, Congress is in charge of the VA. You should get in touch with your Congress members and ask them, call them, send a text message, send an email. That's better because the email is logged proof that you send it. They have to respond to it. If you can send a letter, that's even better. But an email asking your congressman what cuts are coming that way, what cuts are coming. If this gentleman here is suffering from mental health, I know for a fact it takes some veterans up to 6 months just to even get a mental health counselor. Now, when I pop this up here, this is the crisis hotline. Now, I was going to call these guys to get some more 411, but I will call them. And I think I'll call them next time. We'll be on the line. But what does the crisis hotline do? How do they take care of you from the get go? All right. So I'm going to have to give them a call. I should have given them a call now. But let me see if I can get my phone online at the same time we are talking. That would be great. So we're gonna try to get this on because I'm gonna try to call them. You know how I get down. I'm gonna try to call the mental health and ask them, what do they do? How do they help take care? I thank you to each and every one of you who are up on my page. I appreciate you. Let me move this over so I can see what's going on. I appreciate you, especially Banjo. I appreciate you. Thank you each and every one of you for stopping in. What we're talking about is mental health. I brought this video up, and Mendrell informed me that you guys can't hear the sound, so I do apologize. So let me kind of fish it through it for you. Okay, so this particular here, we talked about this gentleman here, and I'll ad lib it for you so we can get to it. Okay, so this man is here. He's wanted. Come on, get it up here. Remove. So he's wanted for deletion of these three beautiful girls, which is his daughters. There is a picture of him that's whereas he is currently being searched. Okay, let me get back on point. I'm gonna leave this up here for you, for us, and I don't want to just really embarrass this young man. We're gonna put this up. What we want to do is this. I want you to get a hold of your Congress member. Talk to them. Ask them what's up. What are the cuts that's going to happen? What are these going to affect me or you? Now, let me give you this, and I want you to understand this. The reason why I'm giving this to you too is because I know a person who's on the FAFO. He is now in the FO phase. He supported this man, put him in the White House. 3 weeks ago, he lost his job because of the cuts that the White House said that they need to make. Now he's doing a ride for Grubhub, right? To pick up on some extra ends. Now, I tell you, veterans, and I've been trying to at least go and get your benefits. Stop playing with that. Get your benefits. And if you're having trouble getting mental care, contact your congressman by email. Dial this number here, the 91988, then press 1. This is the crisis hotline if you're having problems. Now, this is what, let me show you this here. I'm going to talk it through since the volume. I don't get why the volume's not playing. Okay, this is where his daughters were last seen. Well, the memorial that's put up for him. So the thing is that they're saying in this areas in the woods is where this man might be hiding out. All right. All right, let's get over to a little bit more here. And I want to get you to here. Unfortunately, I don't want to keep this man up for because he's wanted um, for the deletion of his 3 daughters. They know he's an experienced outdoor person, so he's out in the woods here somewhere, and but he's a ranger. He's been known to live outdoors since he was 6, but that's beside the point here. Point is that this gentleman is suffering from mental health issues. From what his wife said, let me see. I'm gonna show this part here. You can't hear it. I don't know why. It's kind of irritating that you guys can hear this, and I need to work on this. And so at this point, they're talking about he attempted. This lady here is saying Travis could not get mental health when he asked for it. He tried. He kept reaching out to resources. So they're learning now that he reached out to the VA, but the hoops. Let me see something. Ooh, can't do that. Okay, yeah. So she's saying for him seeking mental health, he could not get the mental health that he needed. Here's another. They're saying there's a full picture of him. He had mental issues. He was homeless, and he couldn't hold down a job. This right here shows the access to his kids, to where he was getting them every week, but now he can only get them every other week now. So, and once this is what was happening. This is prior to his. She's saying he was engaged father, how good he was as a father. He, just because he was homeless and didn't have a job, it put him where he can only see his daughters every other week. And she's saying that he was an engaged father. He loved his kids. He looked out for his kids. She's saying due to his mental illness, he left the army as a ranger, honorable discharge, and now he's was looking for jobs. He couldn't get jobs. And I'm gonna tell you what's amazing about this is that I live in Washington State, Seattle, King County, and ever since I've been here, getting mental health or getting help has not been well. It's been a struggle to get where I am, but to get mental health. I went through some things with this, and so I have to share it with you. And to be honest, people always tell me don't be too honest, but here it is. So, looking for a counselor that you can talk to, hash out what's going through your brain. Up here in Washington State, it can take you 5 to 6 months to get that done, and that's discouraging. Everybody knows when you're dealing with the VA and jumping through VA hoops, it is discouraging. It is tiring. Um, so when you have to go through those things, it can kind of really, honestly, it can piss you off. I'm trying to be nice on here. It can piss you off. And so I don't know what exactly he was going through, but I would say in Washington State, versus when I lived in California, Southern California, Riverside, San Bernardino County area. Getting help was kind of hard because I think there's not a lot of military bases that are close. In San Bernardino, those are active. You have what is it over there? The reserve base over there in Moreno Valley. I forget the name of it, but it's an Air Force Reserve base. You That's the closest over there that you're really going to get some understanding with VA mental health. But the thing is, there is a VA hospital called Jerry Pettis Hospital that's in Loma Linda, California. Now I'm gonna tell you, when I moved up to Washington State, they didn't have my records from Southern California, which is very interesting. You should be having these records, and they should be, intermingling between each hospital. So I would say this: with this gentleman's mental health issues going on, um, she's saying he had an honorable discharge. He didn't go to the reserves. Um, he worked a few jobs. Um, he was trying to get with the carpenters union at this time, but they weren't. His skills were not there. And then she's saying there was no red flags. What was going on was he struggling. But here's his mental records that they kicked out here. Okay. He was diagnosed with a serious mental illness, personal disorder. So my question is, well, if he was diagnosed with a serious mental illness, he should have been already lead. They should have been leading him to the doctors that he can work through. When you get out of active duty, it's a lot changed from what it was when I got out of active duty. When I got out of active duty was back in the 80s. Well, actually, early 92, when I get active duty reserves. When you get out of the military, they basically say, okay, see you, bye, you're out, you're gone. That's all you get. But this gentleman here, they're saying they knew he was going through some serious mental illness, and they say his illness was most likely related to his combat, where he did service as a ranger. All right, Decker, they say, tried to get help. Too much red tape, too much hoops for him to go through. Uh, yeah, and the wife feels that the system is responsible for the deletion of her little three babies, these little girls here. All right. So I gotta let's see, stop there. I gotta show you that again. These three little babies here. Okay, so this is what's up. These three little babies here is what we're dealing with. This gentleman is going to have to show responsibility because they are still in the manhunt looking for him. Honestly, and you can go, the GoFundMe page has raised over $1 million, with some donors giving 3,000, 4,000, $1,000. I think you can go to Como News 4 and you can get their link and see how you can donate to the mom. And I think it's cool that the city and the country is pouring out and giving her love and respect because of her loss of these three little angels. All right. So I say this, and I mean this sincerely. Uh, Look, try to seek some kind of help. If you are suffering, if you cannot sleep, that's a first sign. I am not a psychiatrist. I am not anything near that. But I would say if you're not getting sleep, that's the first sign that something's going on in your brain. You need to get some help seeking that and getting together. All right. So another one here I want to say is, like I said, my guy who's on the FO phase, or the finding out phase, after he got laid off from his job. Before he got laid off from his job, he was stating that he don't need any military assistance as far as beneficial wise to disabled veterans, because he feels he makes enough money so he doesn't need all that. My thing is this: I don't care how much money you make in. Your job better have some good benefits. And if they do, look what happened to this guy on the find out phase. He got laid off, right? He got laid off on the find out phase. He was a hardcore Trump person. Now he's laid off. If something happens to his daughter, and I don't wish this on nobody, if something happens to your daughter, and she's sick, how will you get her help? If you are a disabled veteran, you can put down your kids as dependents. That brings you in more money and more benefits to help take care of your kids. Now, the thing is this, understand this. If you are a disabled veteran, you will fall on the Tri West plan. The Tri West plan will help you get a lot of stuff as far as your family, your kids, taken care of medically. Your medications are free when you're dealing with this. Now they have TRICARE. Now TRICARE is for the people who retired. If you retired, did your 20 years and you retired, you're entitled to TRICARE, and that's the same for your daughters and your wife. If you will qualify for TRICARE, your daughters, your wife can qualify. Your wife can probably qualify for the rest of her life and get an indefinite ID card. Your kids, until they're like, you can get them in college. Till they're out of college, you can still have them as dependents. And if anything happens with your kids, you can take them to a U.S. Army, Navy, Air Force, Marine base where there's a hospital, and you can get help, medical help for your kids. This is very important because medical places are shutting down because they're getting funds taken away from them from the Trump administration. These hospitals are going to start condensing, coming down. This is why I am trying to convey 80,000 jobs is what they're trying to cut from the VA. I strongly urge you, get a hold of your Congress member, do an email and ask that Congress member. I understand there's going to be 80,000 jobs cut from the VA. I would like to know what jobs are they, right? Because look, even if they go towards the administration, when you need help mentally and you cannot get it from the administration or the VA that says they're going to be there for you, honestly, and please forgive my vernacular, but that's fucking bullshit. You served your time in this joint. You did what you have to do. Get this person mental help. I pray because this one brother did not take the mental, take the what he could have got. He could have got 20, 30, maybe 40 or 100% off of his mental health because he's suffering from PTSD. Now, now this gentleman's laid off. He's, like I say, he's on the find out phase. He's laid off. He's got to go and do what to make money. But remember this, what I was conveying to my people's this. At the time, and right now, this is a buyer's market for a home. Now, I understand some people is getting chopped up by gas prices, food prices, and you can't say, well, man, I buy a home. How am I going to do that? Right. If you're 100% veteran, you want to buy a home, you can get into a home if you got another income, because just off living off of 100% disability will not get you, well, not here in Washington State. Washington State, we are the third highest on gas taxes. Let me see. I have my phone here right now. Let me see. Just to get, oh, sorry, I missed your call. Hey, Patty J, how you doing, sweetie? Just to get, let me see. I took a photo of this. So I want you to know I'm talking real time here. I was at the gas pump earlier today. So let me turn this sideways. I wish you guys could see this. At the VA, 87% octane, regular, $4.21.9, regular, plus $4.79.9, premium, $4.99.9, $5. Okay. I don't know if you see this. This is like, and I know I should have put this already, but I took this morning. I was at the gas. I was at, oh, yesterday. Yes, yeah, I was at the post yesterday with McCord. But so this is what gas is costing. I understand. If you are in the position to get a home, you have to start looking and see where you want, because right now I'm telling you, this is a buyer's market. And what's sad about it is the people who are retiring, they're getting their 401k screwed with by this administration because of this so-called tariffs. Nobody knows up, down, left, right, right? So This is what I'm trying to convey to you is just be cognizant. And this guy here, like I said, he got a home. So what's helping him since he has a home, he's renting it out. So he's getting money from the home that he rent out, even though he got laid off from his job. Laid off from his job because they were cutting down because of the administration wants these people to cut down. Now he's laid off. All right. He's got a heavy PTSD issue. He will not realize it. He will not respond to it. I don't talk to him no more about it. He's got to do what he's got to do. All right. And so, but the thing is, I'm concerned about now if his daughter gets overly sick, he's got to come out his pocket for this stuff. Pay a copay, but he's got to come out of pocket. Whereas if he would have filed for his disability and got some disability, his kids could be on his disability as dependents. And if anything happened to him, you just walk right into Madigan Hospital or the VA hospital in Seattle and get help for them. All right. Now, the VA hospital in Seattle mostly deals with a lot of TRICARE people. They do have some Tri West people. Tri West is for people like me and you who have disabilities. We're veterans. Tri West is for the people who have retired, did the 20 years and have retired. There's more to what requires you you could qualify for TRICARE. TRICARE is going to be the best care. Okay, Tri West is good care because you can get uh, dental, vision, what else? Mental health care. And I hate every time I mention mental health care, it just freaking drives me up the wall because I know how much is going through people who have to try to seek and get health care and how difficult it is, right? I had to get on one time and tell my people, look, don't make me dial 911 or 988. And that's for extreme care if you need it. But please ask your congressman, keep your ear to the to the ground, and let's find out what cuts are they trying to make the VA. We haven't heard these cuts. I tell you, let me see if I can find this guy. To me, he was a disgrace. Um, he was talking about the fact that everybody's complaining about this and claiming about he's doing to me what the administration has been doing, not addressing the issue. What is the effing issue? We're concerned about this because now you have soldiers who are coming back and they have PTSD and you're not giving them help. What the is going to happen? All right. So, all right. I'm about to wrap this up, but I wanted to talk to you about mental health care. This is happening for men who are not even in the military, men who are out here in the real world dealing with this stuff as well, with their lives, with the lives of daughters, kids, custody, and all this. This things can be very stressful. And right now, without knowing what the heck is going on, uh, from time, you don't know. So the thing is, sit down and what did the oracle say in Matrix? The sign above the door said, "Know thyself. Know what your boundaries are. Know what you can deal with and you can't deal with. If you can't deal with some things, do not feel afraid to walk away. Stay away from stuff that is negative towards your mental and physical and spiritual health. Stay away. All right. If you can't get that help, um, sit down, try to meditate, get into your own mind. I'm telling you, I know how it is. Very frustrating. But anyway, kids, I am going to wrap this up one more time with this here. tension going up your shoulders. When you have your hand on the steering wheel, it's vibrating and it's coming right up to your shoulders, to your brain here. So take your time when you get to your place. When you get home, take off your shoes, sit down. And I know some have a glass of wine or a glass of beer. Just sit down and chill, relax, get your own space. Solitude sometimes is the best place to be. I promise you. But anyway, okay, so we talked about the guy, the FAFO. He fucked around. Now he's finding out. Now he messed around. He is laid off from his job. Now I have to keep talking to him, man. Get yourself on the disability roll so you can put your kids as the dependents. So if anything happens to your kids, they can be taken care of. This is what's important. All right. I love each and every one of you and always promote and say mental wellness will bring you peace. I'm telling you. I appreciate each and every one of you. And I want you to be in peace with your own self and know you are loved. I love each and every one of you who have really the strength. You say, I'm going to come and check out the page and see what this brother's talking about. And I appreciate it. But I appreciate more when I see that you have success. That is more important to me. And it makes me smile really hard when I see that you have success. And maybe if I was able to help you, that's what's important. So go, please, and stay at peace. We do not want to have beautiful babies like this taken off the planet because our brothers could not get mental health. All right. We need to get that mental health so we can be progressively moving within our family. Your family loves you. I'm telling you. So just be more proactive about who you are and what you're about. Take time away from everybody and get you a place where you can sit down and have just solitude. And if you find that you cannot get solitude or peace on your own, I understand. I really do. Go and seek that medical help. There's nothing wrong about that. And there's nothing embarrassing about that. What's wrong about it if you do not go get help? And these little babies got to come up missing or not alive anymore. Bless their hearts. So the thing is, like I say, take care of yourselves. Look at what is in front of you and try to make it better. Do not look at what's behind you because we cannot change the past. The present is what we have now. So live in the present, take time for yourself and live. Okay. I love each and every one of y'all. I'm going to get out of here. I haven't ate yet. Believe it or not, I had a doctor's appointment, went to the doctor, came back, and I got to get something to eat. But I've been trying to get this video up for at least the last week or so. But I'll be trying to get more videos up. And unfortunately, and I have to say this, I have to be politicking. And that's because of what the administration is doing with the Veterans Administration right now. It is affecting each and every one of us, and we are not cognizant or aware of what's going on. Oh man, we're gonna get hit hard. So, one more thing too, for all you people who quit your federal job because of this Doge crap, I'm disappointed because you can't just quit or get fired because somebody says this and says that. You have a union, your union should be telling you what time it is. And you should be looking at the union going, hey, what the hell? What's going on? But a lot of it has been rescinded and people have been coming back, getting their jobs back. All right. Because the reason why I say this, and I say, if you have a federal job, I understand a lot of these federal jobs, a lot of you do not like. I got told that at the VA hospital, man, this job sucks. I said, why? But the thing is, the reason why most of you keep your job is because you're allergic to starving. Because when you start starving, you break out in a thing called death. All right. So you're working because what you need to put food on your plates and you need to get the lights and everything turned on. I understand that. But I want you to start looking at what other benefits you can get to help alleviate some problems. And I got to put one more thing out here. And this is, I was going to put it up here. My segment called My Bad. And that is, I've been telling a lot of you, go to the commissary, go to exchange, and you'll get better prices there. True and not true. because I went and saw some prices that were like, what, really? And the thing is, when you go to the base and you see something you really like, pull out your handheld computer and start looking for that and see where the price is. I'll give you a good example. I went and bought one of these Etsons printers, the one Shaquille O'Neal promotes, you can put your own printer ink in it. So I looked at it, it was 300 something dollars when when I was at the at the exchange over at Fort Lewis over here at Joint Base Fort Lewis and McCord. So once I looked at that, I'm like, okay, look it up on the internet. I went straight to their website and it was the same price. All right. Went to Amazon, same price. Now, the only reason why I bought it, well, one's because I needed a printer. Um, and the other was because I didn't have to pay taxes on it. So taxes on $300, it can be, $5, $10. I'm not adding correctly here, but that would have cost more money. So I'd say when you go to the post, and just like I was showing earlier, getting gas, um, gas up here in Washington State, we're the third highest gas in the country. And over in Grays Harbor County, they're higher than us, like 4.50 a gallon. Even on post here at McCord, for premium was 4.99, so $5 a gallon. So this is what I say: if you're going to do your shopping, and now you see they did another recall on eggs, they're doing a recall on shrimp now, so be cognizant of what's going on with that. But if you're going to go shopping, make sure you do your due diligence. I will tell you how I shop. I go to Costco and get all my bulk stuff from Costco, like toilet paper, paper towels, right? I can go get chicken there. I get their freezer bags and freeze my chicken and use it when I need to use it. All right. And now for hygiene stuff like shampoo, shaving cream, all that stuff like that, I'll go check out the post and I'll go see what the post has to offer if it's going to be cheaper. But there's one thing I know for sure: you won't get charged taxes on post. Okay. So that's one thing to be cognizant about. Well, also, if you're trying to get alcohol because you want to party or whatever, um, do a double check. The post may be cheaper and it may not be cheaper. I ran across some alcohols that were not cheaper at the post than I could have got them at Safeway. Now, up here we have Safeway and we have Kroger, which is Fred Meyer's and QFC. So those are expensive stores to go to. Check out, if you have it in your area, the grocery outlet. Okay, grocery outlet give you some good discount on hygiene products. So I can say, look at those. All right, now question is this. Since I got you guys here, let me see. I got to move my screen over here so I can see what's going on here. I appreciate each and every one of you for being here. Thank you. Okay, so the question is this: how many of you, tell me what's going on, are going to watch or attend Trump's tanks and planes flying over for his birthday, which is costing us taxpayers $48 million. $48 million so this guy can glorify his birthday like Kim Jong-un or Putin. When they have the tanks rolling down, he wants to have all the troops rolling down. How many of you are going to attend it? Because honestly, I am not. I will celebrate the was it 150th birthday? I will do that, but I am not going to celebrate Mr. Trump's ego. And that's just, I know this is just a personal thing, and I apologize because I don't really get personal on here with that stuff. But to me, if you're going to take $48 million and spend it on tanks going down the street, tearing up the street, and jets flying over, why are you cutting 80,000 jobs from the VA? Where is that coming from? That $48,000 you used to do a hyper birthday for yourself could have went where? Right? Now, another thing I'm finding really interesting and what is pissing me off too, I should call this the Seattle Black Veterans gripe. But what's pissing me off as well is that he sends National Guards and trying to send the Marines into LA to control what's going on in LA. All right. Now, the people who protested against the Capitol, he pardoned all of them. They went up and did more worse damage than what they're doing in LA. Now, let me ask you this as well. I'm curious. Let me know what's going on. All these storms, hurricanes, everything that's been cutting through the Midwest. Where's FEMA? Where's the president? Has he visited any of those sites? On top of that, why hasn't the news been reporting it? What the hell's up with the news? Hey, Michonne, baby girl, it's good to see you. I'm sorry, I'm slipping on my American here. It's good to see you, sweetheart. Michonne, I'll be over checking out your channel. I love her. If you guys get a chance, please check out Michonne's channel. The girl is kicking it. She does good. That's my sister too. That's my 100% sister. I love her very much. All right. So thank you again, Michonne, for showing up. I'm late on giving back there. Okay, so my gripe is this: where it's all the news reporting all these tornadoes and hurricanes going on, that where is the president? Where is any representative coming down to assist the people who lost their homes? Where are they? And then where's the news? Why aren't they saying anything? You got so many people down here hurting, but there's no FEMA, right? I want to know what's going to happen this summer, baby boys, baby girls, my loves. This summer is really going to be the find out phase, because you're not having a lot of people picking up these uh, potatoes, picking fruits. How many of you Americans going to go out and pick fruits for $100 a day? You'd be like, shit, right? I ain't playing that. No. All right. So that's it. I want to know. Oh, shit. Hang on. I got somebody knocking at my door. 1 second. Don't go nowhere. I'll be right back. Oh, we so sorry about that. I'm slipping on my mepping. Hi, Miss Shaw, my baby. It's good to see you, sweetie. I hope you are doing wonderful. Um, uh, um, are you talking to me? I don't need this right now. Okay. Good afternoon to you too, baby girl. All right, I got to get ready to wrap this up. I was supposed to be off at 12, but I got started. But I wanted to give you guys this information. Okay. So the bottom line, I want you to do this: check with your Congress member. Keep your ear to the ground. Let me know what's going on if you hear something. We need to talk about this because 80,000 jobs being cut. For what? I don't know. If you have people, know people are in those jobs, tell them to stay steadfast. The union, you should be talking to your union. If you got federal, if you're working at the VA, you should be talking to your union about what you can do to keep your job going. All right. So, also, like I say, contact Congress. Also, we're all still in the need of looking to where we can get discounts on groceries and everything. All right. So, shop wisely. I say that grocery outlet. I don't know where it's in your country or in your city or state what you have. Um, I would say this: instead, stay away from some of those foods that you get that they sell at the Dollar General or the Dollar Tree. Make sure they're not processed foods, because those stuffs can, in the long run, not be conducive to your healthy life. So, yeah, be aware of that. Okay. All right, I love each and every one of you. Michonne, thank you, sweetheart. Mandrell, thank you, my brother. I appreciate you. Shouts out to Suzette Speak. Thank you for that. Oh, my girl Moni out in Texas. Appreciate you, sweetheart. I hope you're still doing lives. I'm gonna try to catch you. Also, I know I'm missing April from African Dreaming. I think you guys are now back in the States. I'm at to catch you as well. I wanted to give shouts out and love to each and every one of you guys who support me. Please hit the like and subscribe. I am going to be trying to get on here more often so we can get information spread because uh, not as only are we as American citizens and veterans, we are under attack. And if you come at the veterans, that means you're just going to be coming at everybody. So just be cognizant. Okay. I am the Seattle Black veteran. It has been my honor and pleasure to have you with me for the time. I love each and every one of you. And remember, take care of yourselves because you are very much important. Love you much. I am the Seattle Black veteran, and we will talk to you soon. I might see you tomorrow. Love you guys. Have a good one. All right. Hmm.